All right. Good morning once again. We never give up. We never give up. Why is the music loud? Is the music loud? Okay, so let's see what the market is having for us. Let's see if there was going to be an opportunity, and at the same time, you're going to be learning. One thing you need to understand is what this is our job. And with your job, you need to show up every day. There shouldn't be a single day you are going to be absent. This is your job. You get it? So I know some people are already tired. You have to show up. If it is learning session, you have to show up during the learning session. You get it? You don't have to get tired. You don't have to get tired. Okay, so let's start for the agenda. Let's start the agenda for the day. So please kindly give a like to the video. If you join the stream, kindly give a like to the video. Give a like. Click on the thumbs up button by giving a like. So you see, mostly I'm always present. I'm always showing up. Like, I'm very passionate about this game. I love analyzing. You get it? I love to analyze. I love to see price moving in my favor. I love seeing price moving in my favor. You get it? That's why I show up every day. You don't have to get tired. Early morning, I should have been in bed by now, but I'm sure I've showed up. That's what you have to do. But it's not about always that you're going to get a trade. One thing you need to understand: this is your job. And if there was a trade, there was no trade, the following day you need to show up. Trade, there was no trade, the following day you need to show up. Trade, there was no trade, the following day you need to show up. Okay? You don't know when opportunity is going to come or when the market is going to give an opportunity. You get it? You don't know when the market is going to give an opportunity or trade for you to execute. So you have to show up every day. You need to show up every day. Okay, so let's check the fundamentals and see if there's a trade opportunity for us to execute. So if you look at the fundamentals today, we don't have any high impact news. Really, we don't have any high impact news. We don't have any high impact news today. It is a clean day. You get it? It is a clean day. So during the lending session, you have Euro GBP, CAD, we have CAD USD. We don't have high impact news. So today, when you get an opportunity, I think we can hit it hard because we don't have any trade. We don't have any. What do you call it? We don't have high impact news today. So I think it's a clean day. So let's look at Thursday. So Thursday learning. So mostly I'm more focused on the learning session because that is my active market sections. Usually once a while, that's when maybe I get an opportunity during the New York session. But most of my trades that I've been taking happens during the learning session. So I'm more focused on the learning session for the news event. If I see high impact news during the learning session, that's what. So Friday is going to be a crazy day. Friday is going to be a crazy day. So please, if you have made profits, kindly try your best to take only high impact news. That is what some people do. When they get profits from the market, then they easily give it out to the market. You have to hold on by taking quality trades. You get it? So Friday, for instance, you have a lot of high impact news. Euro flash PMI, GBP flash PMI, and USD at the same time. So Friday is going to be wild day. So today is Wednesday, you don't have any high impact news. Thursday to learning session, you don't have any high impact news. Clean day. So the only high impact news is going to happen during the New York session. And President Trump speaks. Wow. So on Thursday, if Trump is speaking, then the market is going to move the market is going to move. The market is really, really going to move wildly if Trump is speaking. So we are in Trump market. The market is now uh, the market is Trump market now. How should I say Trump market now? So Trump has resumed office, and Trump, 2016 was it 2018 also? When Trump was on power, the market was moving wild. Anytime Trump would tweet, you see a very high impact in it. You see a very high or see volatile market price will be moving rapidly during the New York session. So we are in Trump as Trump is in power now. That's what you need to be what you have to be expecting. You are going to be seeing wild movements in the market now. So today is a clean day, so we need to be patient and get the right trade setup, then execute. You need to get good trade setups and you execute. No rushing. Okay, this game is not going anywhere. We just need to be patient and execute our plans, execute our system. That's the most important thing. You get it? We need to execute our plans. If you have plan, I think trading becomes easy. That's what I would say. If you have a plan, if you have a trading plan on how you execute, like what are the rules, what are the principles, what are your entry rules, what are your exit rules, trading becomes very simple and stress free. That's what I see. But a lot of people are stressed up on trading is because they don't have a plan. If you have a trading plan, I think trading becomes easy from my experience. Trading really, really becomes easy. So you need to ask yourself, if you are worried on trading, you are frustrated on trading, ask yourself, do you have a trading plan? What are the things you look for before you execute a trade? So every evening I practice on my what do you call it? When the market closes, I practice my plan for the next day, the things I will be looking for to execute for the next day. Okay, so when I come to the market the following morning, I know exactly what I'll be waiting for, expecting from the market to do before I'll pull the trigger. If I don't see something of that sort, there's no way I'm going to pull the trigger. You get it? So trading now is stress free. I'm not worried, I'm not bothered, I don't think. But I've gotten to a stage where I was then thinking about trading, it is not working. Like when I come to the market, you see my heart will be beating. Okay, I don't know whether something of that sort has happened to someone before. A point you come to the market and your heart will be beating because you don't know, if, or maybe a certain point when you take trade and you are afraid you are going to lose because you don't have a plan. Okay, so trading plan is very, very important when it comes to trading. It's for your success in trading. It's all going to rely or depends on your trading plan. If you have a trading plan, I think things are going to move smoothly in your side. Okay, so I execute my plan, trade, no trade, bounce. If I take a trade bounce, if I don't get a trade bounce, I have a plan. Okay, so that's why I can go the whole week with no trade, because I wasn't seeing things that were aligned with my trading plan. I wasn't seeing something that aligns with my plan, the way I trade. You get it? So it's very, very important. You need to get a trading plan. If you have a trading plan, trading becomes very simple and easy. So please kindly try your best, try your possible best to get a trading plan, and you are not going to be worried. If time for you to execute, you are not going to get frustrated. You get it? So implement that system, apply those principles in your trading plan, in your trading journey, and I think trading will be second nature to you. You get it? So let's check out the economic, what do you call it, the technical analysis, and see if there was going to be a trade opportunity in our favor. So the market has been, like, it's kind of not moving smoothly in my favor these days. No trade opportunities. So it was only Tuesday that I got a trade opportunity. So let's see, on that was Monday. Monday was the time we had a trade opportunity. So today is what? Wednesday. Today is Wednesday 22nd. Was it? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, today is Wednesday 22nd. So please kindly give a like, click on the like button. Kindly like the video, okay? The so that YouTube will be able to recommend to people who are also struggling. So if you have any question to, please, at the end of the chat breakdown, I'll send a link so that you come around and ask your question. You get it? You come around and ask your question, so you can stay to the end of this video. When it is time for questions and answer, anything bothering you on trading, you can show up and ask your question. Okay, or if you have anything to concern, if you want to for me to analyze any pair, if you are trading any pair and it's kind of confusing to you, you don't know where price is moving to, I can share my thoughts on that too as well for you. So kindly state if you have any question too, you can drop it in the chat box too as well. All right, so let's move to the found technical analysis and see, apply our various rules and see if there was going to be a trade opportunity. So if you move to the monthly time frame, as usual, so trading, there was nothing is going to change when it comes to trading. You do the same thing every day in and day out. You do the same thing. The only thing that is going to change when it comes to trading is what the only thing that is going to change when it comes to trading is what your loss size. You get it? When you find out what works for you, the only thing, you don't adjust anything. Maybe small, you just, as your small changes. But mostly the only thing that changes when it comes to trading is what? Your loss size. Your loss size is what is going to change. And if your loss size increases, you know what, your gains or your returns is also going to increase as well. So when it comes to trading, it doesn't matter the number of years you are going to be in this game. If you get something that is working for you, you are going to apply the same rules. Even if you stay in the game for 50 years, it is the same thing that you are going to do. So don't get bothered or don't get bored when you are still doing the same thing. It is the same thing that you are going to do. But at the initial stage, it's very difficult to find what works for you. But if you get what works for you, you can be in the game for 50 years and it is still the same thing that you are going to do. Okay, so it's important you get a data on something that is working for you. You are going to apply the same thing. So please strive, work hard, try your best to find something that works for you. If you get something that works for you, you are gone. You are going to apply the same thing. No stress is going to be on you. You are going to do the same thing. So what? You are going to do the same thing. So you decide not to trade again. Okay, the only thing that is going to change is if you are using loss size of 0.02, you are now going to use loss size of 0.1. If you use loss size of 0.1, you are now going to use loss size of 1 standard. If you use loss size of 1 standard, you are going to use 10. If you use loss size of 10, you are going to use 100 loss size. You get it? That is the only thing that changes. If you grows in what? Trading, nothing changes. Your knowledge, your technical analysis, your thinking, the time you come, everything is going to remain the same. The only thing that is going to change is what? Your loss size, your amount or the risks you are going to risks on the market. That is the only thing that changes. Okay, so please, my admonishment, what I'm going to recommend or what I'm going to tell everyone is what? Strive best, try your best to find out what works for you. So please, on Monday during the inauguration, Trump, the US became weak against. Is there only economic reason for it? Yeah, so if you are not seeing any, if you move to Forex Factory, okay, if you move to Forex Factory and you don't see any news event that resonates with the movement in price, then there was unexpected news event. So if there was any unexpected news event, you need to move to news, or is it market or news? Yeah, so you are going to be seeing it over here. Sometimes you see, so this is an unexpected news, so that's why it has been brought over here. Trump, European Union will be included in the tariffs. Okay, so like Trump, when it comes to the market, okay, when it comes to the market, expect, as Trump is on power, expect unexpected news event. Trump is on power. Okay, that man is very controversial. You get it? So when he speaks, it hits the market very hard. So as Trump is on power, if you trade and you don't set stop, Trump will take your stop. If you don't know, go and check 2016 when he was on power. Go and check the markets and you see. So why are traders happy about Trump being on power again? Because Trump brings volume in the market. During the New York session, You have to, if you have not put on Twitter, if you have not put Trump on all notification, please kindly do so, because when he start tweeting, the market is going to be on fire. So Trump, as Trump is on power, please expect unexpected news. Don't trade with no stop loss. Other than that, Trump would take your stop loss. Okay. So as he was doing the inauguration, it is like an election time. You get it. So you see, during the election time, you saw unexpected news events. So the inauguration too is going to, by all means, is going to affect. You don't have to be seeing Forex factory bringing news events before you know that. Even there was a bank holiday which was saying it was an inauguration. Okay, this bank holiday tells you, why do you have to even trade during the bank holidays? So you can see now, you see unexpected. So yesterday during the New York session, you see unexpected. So during New York session, please, Trump is on power. Don't trade with no stop loss. Don't trade with no stop loss. Trump will take your money. Trump will blow you. Trump will blow your account. So please, during the New York session, he is now in office now. During the New York session, if you are executing a trade, please use stop loss. Okay, use stop loss. Use stop loss. He is on power now. So as I'm saying, if you see a very big candle in the market, if you see a very big candle and you come to Forex Factory, you don't see any red folder, please kindly move to news. Okay, if you move to news, you are going to see the unexpected release or news event. I don't know, Thursday, the time that kind of Monday, I can't go back. It's going to waste a lot of time. You could have gone back and see Monday what happened. You could have seen it over there. So what was Monday's date? Maybe you would have seen it over here. Monday. So you can just refer me to Monday's dates for me to check it over here. Maybe we had an unexpected news event that you were not aware. You know, during the inauguration service, Trump is going to say something controversial. You get it? So currently, I've heard that they are just going to remove themselves. The US is going to take themselves out from the the World Health Organization or something. So all these things are what controversial topics. So you need to always be up to date with what the current news event. Okay, it's a controversial topics that a lot of countries are talking about. You know, when US are out, the world is going to suffer if China don't intervene. Especially African countries are going to suffer. Okay, so it's very, very important you be up to date with the fundamentals too as well. Okay, you have to be up to date with the fundamentals. So as I'm saying, if you see unexpected news event, please kindly move to Forex Factory, check the news. You see why. So you see now everywhere on Forex Factory, European Union will be included in the tariffs. So Trump mostly, he will say things that is going to get the world talking. You get it? Trump wants to wait until he has full trade team before placing tariffs. You get it? So he will say something that will get the world talking. Oh, Trump tariffs helps our heart the thoughts of the. So everywhere Trump. By those times you don't see Biden everywhere. By now you are seeing Trump everywhere. Trump to wait until he full team. So please kindly you have to be aware. You get it? You have to be aware during the during the Asian New York session. Please, if you are trading, you need to be very, very cautious with your stops and those things, because if the man speak, the US, the dollar is going to have an impact on the dollar. Okay, so they said 20th. Let me check. I'm not sure I'll see something of that sort when it comes to the news. 20th. Yeah, I'm not seeing it over here. I'm not seeing it. So anytime, as I've just told you, anytime you see unexpected news, kindly move to Forex Factory. You click on the news. You are going to be seeing the unexpected news event. You get it? You are going to be seeing unexpected news event. So 12 hours, 7 hours. So you can see it over here. It comes with the title or the heading of the news. You see red folder over here. So 7 hours ago, European Union will be included in what the tariffs. So if you see unexpected news, kindly do so by going there and check it. If the news, if you were not you were not expecting it in the calendar, then you need to move to news and check it out over there. You get it. So be very careful during the New York session if you are trading, and don't chase your losses. So you see, I was in drawdown during December and I wasn't chasing my losses. You get it? I wasn't chasing my losses. You get it? So some people, what they will do is, when they lose, they want to chase their losses by trying to fight the market back. If there's no opportunity for you to take, I wanted to take a trade today. I don't see any opportunity. I'm just greedy. What is it saying? I'm just greedy sometimes. So you see, so there are lots to talk about. So I will talk a lot about this thing. Okay. So yesterday during the training, the boot camp, I was telling them about this thing. We have trading demons. Okay. When it comes to trading demons, you are not going to fight it a day. So you guys saw me fighting trading demon during the time waiting for maybe the 7 o'clock candle to close. You were all around when I was fighting that demon. You get it? So trading demons doesn't take a day to fight them. A time you will get to fight them. Okay, you fight them gradually by reflecting on yourself. You get to reflect. Why? You have to ask yourself, if you know what you are expected to do and you are not doing it, that means what? You are having a trading demon. So you have to ask yourself question, why do I keep on doing this thing? Okay, so I remember those times when I was waiting for candles to close. Maybe instead of me to wait for a candle to close, like my body will be itching me. I feel like I'm going to lose the trade. I feel like I'm going to miss out the trade. Okay, they are all trading demons. With time, I patiently wait for what. Now, even if I'm executing a trade, like, I don't feel fine. You get it? If candle hasn't broken, I have to always wait for the candle to break, close. I feel good about it. But with those times, I was kind of like, it gets me. I struggle to, let me say it this way, I struggle to be able to wait for candle to break and close. By now, I do it with ease. You get it? I do it with ease. So please kindly be patient with yourself. Okay, kindly be patient with yourself. With time, all these demons, you are going to fight them. You don't fight them with you don't fight them at a day. So that's why it's always important you stay in the game for long. Okay, people don't understand these things and they just give up. You have to stay in the game for long. That is when you will be able to fight these demons. I want to take a trade today, but I don't see opportunity. I'm just greedy sometimes. So if there was no trade opportunity, what are you going to take that you said you are greedy? Don't take trade. Okay, so don't get worried about the small mistakes you are doing. Just continue doing it and just keep on telling yourself, why do you keep on doing this? With time, you stop doing those things. Okay, so I didn't become disciplined in a day. I became disciplined by losing a lot, and I decided to what? It's the discipline just came automatically. If I'm losing a lot, will you continue doing that? Okay, so some of the things, even though I've trained you, some of the things you are not going to get rid of them. I remember Brave Brainy here. I'm sure now his patience level is getting high. At first, he was very, very, very like worried. He was very, very like, there was a pressure on him to take trades every day. But now I think he's becoming calm, 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 because he's been in the game. The experience is what? The experience keeps on coming. You get it? The experience keeps on coming. So trading is all about time. If you stay in the game for a long time, that is when the patience comes. So it is with time. Okay, so let's move to the technical analysis. So with the technical analysis on USD CHF, so I have this area of interest over here on USD CHF. Okay, the chart do it again. If you are seeing an opportunity, okay. Good morning, Danny. How are you doing? So this is an area of interest over here. Okay, so let's move to the weekly time frame and see. So when it comes to the weekly time frame, okay, when it comes to the weekly time frame, price is currently an uptrend. Price is currently an uptrend. The market is kind of price. The market, if you look left, you can see various rejectional levels over here. These are various rejectional levels. Okay, so the reason why this is a rejectional level and it's a valid rejectional level is because this candle hasn't closed yet. And if you look at the previous candle, you notice that this previous candle, the body of the candle closed exactly on this one. And if you look at the length of the wick, you see that the wick closed below. So at a certain point, price was moving the same. This price was moving the same as this one. So the chances that this one too can just be a wick and bounce up is very high. You get it? So that's why I paid attention to I classify this one to be a valid support level. You get it? Because at a certain point, this one too look like it was seeming like this one too has broken. Okay, and with time it flipped up again. You get it? So the chances that this one too can do similar thing, since this is weekly time frame candle and it hasn't closed, and the chances that this one too can just flip and move up again is very high. That's why I classify this one to be a support, a valid resistance level. The reason why it's a resistance because now the body of the candle is below this one. You get it? So since the body of the candle is below this one becomes a valid resistance level. You get it? So the candle has closed before we will remove this one, and we take this one into consideration. Okay, so if price is moving down, it is going to gets rejected over here. Okay, and if it is moving down again, it will get rejected to over here. So you have to know that if price just break retest. So as price has broken, this is the retest, this is the retest. Okay, as price has broken, this is the retest. If you look left, if you are moving down, this is the retest. If you look left, if you are moving down, this is the retest. It will move down. You get it? So those who are confused on how I label the various support and resistance level, this is the reason. Okay, so currently it is an uptrend. You get it? Currently price is an uptrend. So what you are going to be doing is to target the retest level, then we shoot. We target the retest level, then we shoot. That's what all you do when it comes to our trading rules. You wait for price to retest. So yesterday, like this, gold made a nice retest level. So those who trade gold, you should have even seen it and take advantage of it. But since I don't trade gold, all right. So if you look at USD CHF at the daily time frame, you can see that. So now you've noticed that the weekly time frame is an uptrend at this instant or at this point. Okay, so you are trying to find a lot of time frames together and to decide on our daily or our sectional bias. Okay, so if you're focusing on the lending session, we are trying to decide our sectional bias, because when it comes to bias for the day, it can varies based on because for every 4 hour a candle close. So when during the lending session, our bias for lending session can switch or change to when we move to the New York session. For a buy, it can change when you move to the New York session. So candle closure, candle close, candle closure, candle opens can change the bias. Okay, so we are trying to determine, or we are trying to come out with our bias. So if you look at the daily time frame, so now you've noticed that the weekly time frame is an uptrend. So if you come to the daily time frame, we are trying to bring the various time frame correlation. Okay, trying to bring the various time frame together to make our decision. So if you move to the daily time frame, you can see the various rejectional levels. Okay, so currently price is getting rejected at this level. Price is getting rejected at this point at the daily time frame. Okay, so you need to first of all ask yourself, what is the trend for the daily time frame? If in case maybe you are not clear with the trend, if you change it to a line chart, you can see it over here. Okay, let's move. Price was at a certain point an uptrend. As price moved, pull back. Okay, so price made a small continuation of the trend, came back again, moved again. Okay, so the moment it's retested and the candle closed below this one, the trend shifted to this was the trend. So this is how it looks like. If you change it to a line chart, this is how it looks like. So currently, what's the trend for the daily time frame? What's the trend for the daily time frame? So currently the trend is what? A downtrend. Okay, at a certain point it was doing what? Complex market structure. The moment the high got broken, the low got broken and closed, now the trend has shifted to what? A downtrend. You get it? The trend has shifted to a downtrend. So currently the trend is a downtrend. If you move to the H4 time frame, you will notice that what? If you move to the H4 time frame, you get to notice that price is currently what? So now you have gotten the weekly time frame to be a downtrend. Okay, the weekly time frame is an uptrend. Now the daily time frame is what? A downtrend. So if the daily time frame is a downtrend and it's moving down, that means it's a pullback. Okay, so it's a pullback or correction at the what? The weekly time frame. So if you come to the weekly time frame, as price has made a high, we are expecting a pullback. Okay, so the pullback, we are expecting price to pull back to this end. Okay, we're expecting price to pull back to this end. That's what we are expecting. Okay, so this pullback, this is a counter trade. Okay, so if you move to the daily time frame, you notice that the trade we are all saying, it is a trending market or a trending, the daily time frame is trending down. If you move to the weekly time frame, it's a correction. So that's why I always say, even though you have been saying trade with the trend, but trading with the trend depends on the time frame you are focusing on. You get it? Trading with the trend depends on the time frame you are focusing on. If you are focusing on maybe daily time frame, it might be a correction or a pullback at the monthly time frame or the weekly time frame. If you are trading maybe a trending market at the daily time frame, can be a correction if you move to what? Or a pullback or a counter trend trade if you move to what? The H1 time frame or what? The M30 time frame. So even though you've been saying trade with a trend, but it depends on the time frame the person is focusing on. Okay, it depends on the time frame the person is focusing on. Okay, so one thing, that's what you have to understand. So even though the daily time frame is trending down, but if you move to the weekly time frame, it is just a pullback. You get it? It is just a correction. The market is just pulling back. It is not what? Trending at the weekly time frame. It's just a correction. You can see it for yourself. You can see that the market has been trending now, low, high. Okay, impulse, it's made a correction. Impulse, it is currently correcting. You get it? So you're expecting it to correct to the nearest level. Okay, so what is the nearest level? It can retest in the middle of this move. Okay, but mostly if it comes to where price is going to reject, you mostly expect it to reject at the previous what? If price is trending up, at the previous support now tend at the previous resistance now tends what? Support. So as price is pulling back, we're expecting price to pull back to what? The nearest support level. Okay, that's where we are expecting price to pull back to. You get it? So that's what you need to understand. So currently this is just a pullback or a correction. This is not the main direction of the market when you move to the weekly time frame, but just a correction at the weekly time frame. So if you move to the daily time frame, the daily time frame is currently trending now. The market is trending now. You get it? The market is trending now. So if you change it to a line chart, you can see the various rejectional levels. So these are the zones that we need to trade within. Okay, these are the various zones. So you can see a clean zone. So the moment the candle broke, okay, we don't take the the breakout. We wait for a retest. Then we take the trade. Okay, mostly it is advisable you wait for price to trade, but if you don't know how to take the breakout, it's also fine. Okay, so you can master either the breakout or you can master either the retest. But for me now, I've mastered the retest. That is what mostly gives me peace of mind when I take a trade on that. Okay, so if you move to the H4 time frame, so now the daily time frame is what? So let's try and bring it over here. If you move to the daily time frame, now the weekly time frame is what? An uptrend. The weekly time frame is up. If you move to the daily time frame, the daily time frame is currently a downtrend. Okay, so the daily is down. Let's move to the H4 and see, so that you bring everything together, then decide. Because if you come to the market and you don't know the direction where the market, what bias or what decision you are going to be taking, then I don't know why you are even trading, if you don't know how to decide your daily bias. So the daily bias, it depends. Okay, what I'm saying, trading is a subjective game. Everyone has its own way of deciding or determine his daily bias. You get it? So for me, this is how I know usually do to determine my daily bias. So it's always important you understand, always know your daily bias before you take a trade. It is very, very important. If you don't know your daily bias, I think you are getting things wrong. You get it? You are getting things wrong. So the H4 time frame, what's the trend for the H4 time frame? So if you move to the H4 time frame, the trend is currently what? Price moved high, made low, high. Okay, so let's say it was in an uptrend. Okay, so the moment this candle broke and closed, it broke the high. Okay, it broke here, it broke here. Now the trend has shifted to what? A downtrend at this point. So price made a pullback. So yesterday, as I was going through the movements, so normally when the market's up close, I usually do what happened within the market to know whether there was something I didn't take advantage of. So I noticed that yesterday, for instance, there was even an opportunity on USD CHF bar. That time, even though I wasn't on the charts by then, but the time that it happened, there was about to be there was a high impact that was about to be released during that time. Okay, so this sell, for instance, was a trade setup that aligns with how I usually see the market. So price retested on this key level, it retested on the daily key levels too. So there was a perfect break and retest. So you just have to go to the lower time frame and find an entry over there. So there was a nice trade setup over here, but because of what? The timing, we had the card CPI, so I couldn't take advantage of this one. You get it? So that's how it goes. So if you move to the H4 time frame, you notice that H4 time frame too is what? Also a downtrend. Okay, H4 time frame, H4 time frame is also a downtrend, so it's also down. So when it happens like that, I'll take two of this one. Okay, I'll take two of this one. So the daily and H4 is a downtrend. So at this point, I'm going to what? Be looking for a sell. So for the session, what I'll be doing is what? To look for a sell setup. Okay, a sell. I'm not going to be looking for a buy. I'm not interested in a buy. I'll be looking for a sell. That's what you need to understand, or that's what you need to know about the market. So please kindly give a like to the stream. You guys are more than 7. It's only 6 people who have all given a like. So kindly click on the thumbs up button. Okay, and always you do live streams on this channel. So if you want to get alert on when I go live, kindly put the channel on what? All notifications. So anytime I go live, you get to know. So you put the channel on all notification. Okay, you put the channel on all notifications. So anytime I go live, you get the notification that I'm live. Okay, because not every day that I will just post it in the various groups. So sometimes I don't post it over there. So kindly do so, all notification then, because there are a lot of gems. Those who have been consistent on the stream and now knows how to analyze. So if you show up every day on the stream, I think if you give yourself like a month or two, you get to understand my thought process or what I usually look for before executing a trade. Okay, so let's move straight to the chart again. So let's say the H4 time frame, the daily and H4 are in the same direction. So at this point, my sectional bias is going to be sell. So during the learning session for today, I'm only going to be looking for sell, not a buy. Okay, anytime the market is buying, I'm not bothered. Okay, I'm not bothered on anything. I'm just going to be looking for a sell. Okay, sell is what I'm going to be looking for. So that's how I determine my buyer. So it's very important you know what exactly you are looking for the section. Okay, so today I'm going to be looking for, I don't take counter trend. I don't execute if the market is moving against my buyer. So some people sometimes adjust their decision by taking account because they are not getting a trade, waiting for too long. You get it? So I don't care. I usually execute when the market is in my direction. I don't take trades against the trend. Okay, because daily time frame is the daily time frame. It is trending down. H4 time frame is trending now. Okay, so when it comes to the daily bias, that is the daily time frame. When it comes to the section, I'm focusing on the H4 candle. So the sectional bias too is also what? Selling. So why should I take a buy? So I'm going to be looking for a sell only, sell and sell only. You get it? That's what I'm going to be looking for. I don't look for a buy, I look for a sell. Okay, so is there any entry? So after identifying the trend, we have to also look at what the zones, okay, because you have to know the zones. That is what is going to help you to what, to get to know your targets. Okay, if you don't know the zones, then identifying your target is going to be very difficult. Know where price will be what, the possible levels that price can be what, the price can get rejected. Know the possible levels, the possible zones that price can get rejected. So we are having various levels over here. So these are the various levels that price can get rejected. So you see, the zones are very strong. So even though the market has pulled back on a strong level, but if you look at the zone, these are not the zones that you need to what, to be taking trades within. It is very small. Okay, this is a choked zone. This is 7 pips. So imagine taking trade for 7 pips, and if you are trading on a broker account, usually you are going to be deducted for spread. Okay, and normally the highest spread sometimes 2 pips. Okay, 2 pips, 2.5 pips, and you are being charged with this spread. Now your stop loss is going to be 7 pips. Taking what spread, include spread to the stop loss, it is going to be like 10 pips. Okay, and now you are targeting 7 pips. Do you think this thing worth it? Okay, so trading is all about, for me, it's a subjective topic I'm talking about, or it's a controversial topic. Mostly it gets people talking in the trading industry. But when it comes to risk to reward, and when it comes to high win rates, I've been there before. I've traded where I was focusing on, I don't even check my risk to reward. I've traded where I was focused, checking my risk to reward. But one thing, comparing this, doing these two things, win rate, high win rates, and risk to reward, I will always go for high risk to reward. Okay, risk to reward is very, very important. You get it? If you are taking a trade which is less, if your risk is higher than your reward, it is going to get you worried, because one loss, okay, one loss is going to wipe out all your profit that you've made. You get it? One loss is going to wipe everything, and you are going to start everything afresh. But if you focus on high win rate, high risk to reward, if you focus on high risk to reward, if you take a loss, you are still going to be in profit, because you banked what, you are having profit in your bank. You get it? You have a profit in your bank. So the last trade I took on Monday, the first trade I closed prematurely. I was in what, a drawdown of 1%. You get it? And the second trade I targeted 1 to 2. So the 1 to 2, I what, my profits, I cleared my profit, and what, I came into what, profit. I cleared my loss and I came into profit again. So that is the rule for the game. If you want sustainability, if you don't want stress and those things, target high risk reward. Allow your trade to get to its full potential. If it doesn't get into your target, at least target 1 to 2. If you are trying to, because at the initial stage, trying to hold your balls to allow the market to get your full potential, it's sometimes you feel like the market is going to reverse and other stuff. But it is very, very important you hold your balls and allow the market to what, get to its full potential. So sometimes if you're having the chance, if the zone is very big, at least you can target like 1 to 3. Okay, so with that one, unless you lose like 2 times again, 2 on a row before you come to break even, okay, it doesn't put stress on you. But if you trade where your win rates, you're always targeting maybe negative risk to reward, one loss is going to wipe everything again. And with this game, within this game that you are trading, losses are inevitable. You can't avoid losses. Okay, you can't there's no way you can avoid losses. Then if you are afraid to lose, then trading is not for you. You better go back to your 9 to 5 work. Okay, that is where your 9 to 5 work is safe. But if you want to trade, you have to what, be used to the losses. If you are not used to failures, then trading is going to teach you failures. Okay, you have to get used to the losses, get used to what, the failing, the disappointment, because trading is full of disappointment. It's full of what, it's full of failures. So losses are part of the game. So if you think you can't withstand losses, please stop trading. Trading is not for you, because we are used to the losses. And maybe if I lose a trade today, this is not going to be my last time of losing a trade. Losses are going to be happening every day. So far as I'm in the game, I'm going to lose. I don't know if my next trade too is going to be a loss. I don't know. You get it? So losses are part of the game. But risk, the only thing that is going to save you, the only thing that is going to make you profitable in this game is risk to reward. Always make sure your wins are more than your losses. At least start with 1 to 2. Okay, with 1 to 2. So last time One trade I lost, I closed prematurely. I didn't lose because the markets went in my favor, but I just closed it because of how the price was behaving, the market structure. And the next trade, as I won, I just recovered my losses, and now I was up what 1%. That is what the benefits of risk reward. So please take note of that. Okay, always make sure you are targeting at least 1 to 2 risk reward. The worst case scenario should be what 1.1 to 1.5 risk reward. You are not going to put pressure on yourself by losing one trade and everything is going to be wiped out. Okay, so with this USDCHF, this is what I'm expecting. I'm either expecting price to what, I'm either expecting price. So this is the daily retracement level. So maybe tomorrow, I'm very sure tomorrow you are going to get a nice trade opportunity. Either tomorrow for the daily session, the daily time frame is currently pulling back. So I'll be glad if price is going to what, because it looks very nice over here. So this is the daily time frame. So maybe we can have a deep pullback for price to get, but I don't know where. When it comes to correction, I don't know where price is going to, it can just retrace in the middle of the range. But if price is going to retrace over here and bounce to this side, I think I can take a nice trade opportunity over here, which is aligned with the daily time frame and at the same time aligned with what, the H4 time frame. So the way the daily candle is forming, I think we can have a buy. Price can move up and what gets rejected over here, because if you look at the structure, this candle is the first candle that's shifted trend. Okay, so we call it wave 1. This is the first candle that shifted the trend. So if price is moving over here, this is a correction, wave 2. So mostly the wave 3 is what normally what moves very well. Okay, that is where mostly people like to what hop in. So if you look at this candle, you notice that what there was a wick for price to fill. So if price is moving over here, we can what, the chances that we can get a wick over here for price to fill is very high. Okay, so I would love to see something of that sort. If the daily candle is going to move up to this side, if you pull up your trend line, I think we can get, if it moves like that, we can get a nice trade opportunity. Price retesting on this one, I think it's going to, so I would love price to what, moves up like this, but I don't determine where price is going to go. You get it? So I just observe. If it aligns with the way I trade, then I execute. So if you move to the H4 time frame, for instance, if you move to the H4 time frame, the range are choked. Okay, the range normally I want, since as I said I want good risk reward, so the since the range are choked, this is the point. Maybe from this side to this side, what's the zone? 17 pips. Okay, so maybe if price refuses to move up, then if price, I'm not interested. These are all not tradable zones. Okay, these are not tradable zones because the zones are very small for me. So these are not tradable zones. These are not tradable zones. Okay, so these are not tradable zones, so I'm not interested in these zones. Even this zone is very choked. So you see the opportunity that I'm talking about, that price retrace on this one, you will notice that if you compare the zone, it is very big. Okay, the target was like 40 pips. These are the zones that you need to go for. Okay, the zone is very big. At least it should be 20 pips and beyond. But zones that are very small, you are just putting yourself in what, a choked area. Okay, putting yourself in what, stress. So always make sure you are going for big zone. So there's no tradable zone for me. So what I would love price to come to this side, gets rejected over here, because the way the daily candle is moving, it looks like the daily candle wants to just make a pullback. Okay, because this is the candle that shifted the trend. So as this candle shifted the trend, we are expecting price to what, pull back and get to this side before it will start moving down. So I'll be expecting price to what, I would love price to move up, even though my daily bias or my sectional bias is a sell, but that doesn't mean price is not going to buy. But looking at the structure, I would love price to what, move up to this side, get rejected, then I will take a sell. If not today, then it will be tomorrow. I would love to take a sell over here, then ride it to this side. But that doesn't mean I'm going to set my sell limit over here. Now I'm not going to set sell limit over here. I'm just going to watch price what close around this side, which I think, I'm not sure it's going to happen today, because the pip range from this side to this side is very big, 30 close to 40 pips. 35 pips. So I don't think it can happen today, but I'm still observing. If it happens, I'll just execute. So that is what I'm expecting. But if when it comes to price moving coming down, the zones are all choked. Okay, the zones are all choked. The zones are all choked. So we are just observing. Maybe if the market is going to do something for us to take advantage. But for now, I don't see any sell opportunity over here. Price can break through the zones before I'll make a decision. But for the meantime, or for the session, I don't see any trade opportunity at this point. So let me check out GBP USD and see. So with GBP USD, so this was my pre-market analysis before I came to the stream. So with the pre-market analysis, if you look at the monthly time frame on GBP USD, you will notice that there's a rejectional level over here. There's a rejectional level over here. There's a rejectional level over here. So if you move to the weekly time frame, so look, weekly time frame is looking it's looking good. You get it, in the sense that it is pulling back, and this is what usually I like. If you pull up your trend line, you can see that price might get rejected at this point. You get it, price might get rejected at this point, this level. You get it, yeah. But if you look at this, if you look at your left, as price has broken, if you look at your left, you see you have a rejectional level too over here. You have a rejectional level over here. So we have to bring it up. Since the candle hasn't closed, all these levels are strong levels. All these levels are strong levels. Okay, this is the weekly time frame, and the chances that price will get rejected over this level is very high. Okay, so I'm expecting price to get rejected over here, then the market will start selling again. So if you look at the weekly time frame now, so the weekly time frame is a downtrend. If you look at the daily time frame, so you see, as I'm saying, the weekly time frame is what, just pulling back, but now, which is what, a counter trend. But if you move to the daily time frame, now it is in the direction of what, the trend. You get it? This move is in the direction of the trend. So the daily time frame is what, an uptrend at this point. So what are you expecting? You're expecting a pullback. Okay, you're expecting a pullback, price to pull back, then we take the buy. That's what you're expecting. So the daily time frame currently is an uptrend, in the sense that price made a lower low, high. Price made lower low. So as this one broke, okay, as this one broke, price just trended up, broke the high too. So now the trend shifted to what, a downtrend. You get it? So what are you expecting? You're expecting price to what, move up again. So if you move to the H4 time frame, so the H4 time frame trend too is also what, H4 time frame trend is also an uptrend. So price might be rejected, get rejected at this point. Price might get rejected at this point. If you move to the H4 time frame, what's the H4? So now you've noticed that the daily time frame, so bringing the various confluence, bringing the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is what, an uptrend, but it's just making a pullback. The daily time frame, the daily time frame is what, the daily time frame is also a downtrend. Okay, a downtrend. Moving to the H4 time frame, moving to the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame is also what, the H4 time frame is a downtrend as well. You get it? The H4 time frame is a downtrend as well. So what is price currently? What are you expecting from price? So these are the potential rejectional levels. So this is a rejectional level. Price can get rejected over here. You get it? Price can get rejected over here. Price can get rejected over here. Price can get rejected over here too as well. But if price gets rejected over here and you are taking a buy, if you look left, you can see the zones are choked. You get it? The zones are choked. The zones are not big. The zones, if you look left, you can see there's a rejection level. So this zone is what we call not trade zone. Okay, these are not tradable zones. This is no trade zone. Okay, so I'm not allowed to take a trade over here. Okay, so the area that I would love to take a sell is when price retrace. Okay, if price retrace to this side, I think this side is going to be a good buy if you are taking. So maybe if you are setting a buy stop over here, the moment price gets here, but you wait for confirmation. I don't set buy stop and I don't set buy limit and sell limit. Okay, unless I wait for price to get there, see candle confirmation before I execute. Okay, I wait for candle confirmation before I execute. So I don't use the buy limit and the sell limit. So I'm waiting for our love price to come back over here. Okay, because this is the strong level. So you can see how strong this level is. If you use your zones, this H4 zone. So you can see we are having what H4 zone over here. We are having daily zone over here. You get it. So these are the levels that I will allow price to get rejected over here. Okay, I will allow price to get rejected over here. Then I'll take a buy. Okay, so these are the levels that I would love price to get to. Then I'll take a buy. I think it will be a nice trade opportunity. So if you don't get trade opportunity today, I think tomorrow will really look good, because now that the market is setting up, okay, the daily time frame is also pulling back. So one thing you need to understand is this daily time frame, which is a pullback, is going to close by the end of the day. And if you know, as price has broken out, if it is pulling back, if it close, it is a pullback, and the major trend or the major move is going to continue. You get it? The major move is going to continue. So that's what you need to understand about the market. So I think tomorrow might be a good day. If price pulls back to this side, then we take the counter trend, we take the impulsive move for price move up. Okay, yeah. So not every day that you are going to come into the market and get opportunities. One thing you need to understand: this is our job. This is the work we do. So you need to show up every day. So yesterday I was expecting this. I wasn't expecting this major move during the New York session. So I think, okay, so I think this one moved during the, so even during the CPI, price never moved heavily like that. So price moved. So I was expecting this correction. Okay, but I think when the news was released yesterday around 1:30. So this is the 1:30 candle. Yeah, so I was expecting this candle to even close very small over here. This because this one was looking clean, very clean and very big. I was expecting, so you see clean zones over here. So I was expecting price to either break this one, make a retest, then I'll take a sell over here maybe today. But price moved very fast and it just filled the zone. It's never give an opportunity for us to execute. Okay, it's never give an opportunity for us to execute. So one thing you need to understand when it comes to the pullback and those things, I always look for them at what my sectional time frame, which is the H4 time frame. If it pulls back, that is when I'll move to the lower time frame to look for an entry. So anytime I move to the lower time frame, I know what exactly I'm looking for. You get it? I know what exactly I'm looking for. So this is just a pullback, and price, I was expecting a pullback, then price to take up, but this one moved very fast and I couldn't even take advantage of the move. So what are you expecting for today? What's going to happen? So those who want to come to the market when there's an opportunity, you don't know when opportunity is going to come. Always you need to show up and analyze. Okay, always you need to show up and analyze. You don't know when opportunity is going to come. The market is going to give you an opportunity. That's the nature of trading. It is not going to tell you today I'm going to give you an opportunity. Today there's not going to be opportunity, so don't come. Nothing of that sort happens. So you just have to show up every day. You just have to show up every day. So this is the monthly time frame, and price is currently has broken out from the zone. What are you expecting? A pullback, then it will continue. Okay, but this is the monthly time frame, so you normally don't pay attention to them. If you move to the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is currently what? An uptrend. You get it. Price just broke, rate tested, made a minor rate test. Okay, but this one hasn't closed yet. So that's what you need to understand. The candle hasn't closed yet. So it's still hot, an uptrend. Okay, so if you watch the weekly candle, you will notice that the weekly candle low. Okay, you notice that the weekly candle low, this one has been broken. So now the candle structure has shifted to what? So it has broken the high. It came and it broke the high. It has now come back and it has broken the low too as well. It has broken the low too as well. So when it comes to the weekly time frame, it's an indecisive. It's an indecisive what? Indecisive structure or candle movement. Okay, candle structure has broken the high, at the same time come down and broke the low. Okay, so indecision. If you move to the daily time frame, at the weekly time frame, you have a rejectional level over here. So looking left, okay, okay, so this is the point structure change, so this one is no more valid. Okay, this is the point, the structure change as it's moved up, made a pullback. Okay, so now structure has shifted. So as structure has shifted, if it is moving, it is going to move to this side, then it will move down. So moving to the daily time frame, with the daily time frame, we have a rejectional level over here. You get it. So price is currently retesting on there. So if price is going to break at the daily time frame, you have a rejectional level too as well. So currently price is in what? This small range. So at the daily time frame, either price is going to move to this side, then it will take off by selling. You get it? By taking off by selling, or it's either going to break this one. Okay, it's either going to break this one and continue down. By taking a breakout from this trade, it is not advisable, because your previous stop is going to be very big. It's going to be very big. So moving to the H4 time frame. If you move to the H4 time frame, if you move to the zones are very choked this morning. Zones are very choked. So unless price breakout, there are a lot of zones over here. So it is very simple for you to know if there is volume going to come into the market or volume is not going to come. It's very simple. If you have a lot of zones, it tells you that price is going to consolidate. Okay, and if you notice that we have, so it is like how Forex Factory determine news events before they will happen. You get it? It's the same thing as a technical trader. It is easy for you to know if today the market is going to move very fast or if we are going to get a nice movement. Okay, it is very simple, because this one, for instance, I noticed that price is going to move very swift, very fast. Okay, and price move exactly. The reason is what? You have clean zones. If you look left, you have what? Clean zones. Okay, if you look left, but with this one, so you see it has even started. If you watch the candle, you see how tiny the candles are. See how tiny the candles are. The candles doesn't look healthy. You get it? So it tells you the market has lost. There was no momentum. Okay, there was no momentum. There was no pressure in the market. You get it? So that's why the market is consolidating. So it's easy for you to determine or predict if the market is going to move very fast or if the market is going. So that's why you always look for zones. Okay, if you look for clean zones where we don't have what do you call it? We don't have a lot of support and resistances. I think it's good for you to go. You get it? It's good for you to go. So clean zones, choked. The zones are choked at this point. The zones are choked. You get it? So even if you are taking a trade within this small range, is 27 pips, it doesn't look good, because as if it breaks, if the candle breaks, you need to wait for it to make a retest, then you take the continuation. You get it? But it's not something I will go for. It's not something. So I think price within the course of the distance, price is going to pull back. But lending session hasn't started yet, so we don't know how price is going to. Maybe if price will just try to move down before it will move up. But the way we have a lot of range, the way we have a lot of consolidation, the chances that price will just consolidate is very high. That's what I see. The chances that price will consolidate is very, very high. Yeah, so that's it for USD card. No trade opportunity. So has anyone seen a trade opportunity on any of the currency pairs? So yesterday gold, if you guys can remember, I said I was waiting for retest. So yesterday gold made a nice break and retest, and also this is the point you could have taken advantage of. There was a clean zone if you look left on gold. Okay, no support or resistances over here. So there was a clean zone. So price made a nice trade opportunity if you move to the lower time frame. So it just made a nice break and retest, and you are good to go. So if you move to the 30-minute time frame, yeah, but the risk reward was 1-to-1. The risk reward wasn't looking good. Unless maybe use the risk reward wasn't looking good. So someone is saying GJ, GBP, JPY. So with GJ, moving to the monthly time frame on GJ. So lending session hasn't opened yet. So it will open. We have like 10 minutes for the lending session to open. So moving to GJ. Okay, moving to GJ. Let's see if there's. Looking to the monthly time frame, we have this rejectional level over here. So if the monthly time frame hasn't closed, so this is the rejectional level. So you see the monthly time frame, see the candles, equal highs and equal lows. So it tells you that the monthly time frame is ranging at this point. So moving to the weekly time frame, you see the body of the candle has closing below this zone. You get it? The body of the candle has closing below the zone, so it is a downtrend. But this, we don't pay attention. We don't usually consider the weekly trend, but you normally add it as an additional confluence. So the daily time frame, what's the trend for the daily time frame? The daily time frame trend is a downtrend at the wow. So the daily is really looking good for GJ. But is the zone big? So the daily is a downtrend. You get it? The daily is a downtrend. Let me check the trend line and see. Okay. The trend line is not aligned. So let's look at the H4. Okay. So I think with GJ is looking good. Okay, but what you would do is have to wait for the H4 candle to close. You get it? If you wait for the H4 candle to close, I think you can take a sell. Okay, but before that, you need to wait because if you watch this H4 candle is an uptrend, and it has broken and closed above the zone. Okay, it has broken and closed above the zone. So the best you can do, since the daily time frame is retesting, okay, it is retesting on this strong area, the best you can do is wait for the H4 candle to close. Okay, so you can keep an eye on it. You wait for the H4 candle to close. If the H4 candle close, which is you have like 2 hours for it to close. If the H4 candle close engulfs this one, then I think you can take the sell. You're having clean zones, so the risk reward is going to be like, oh, the risk reward is not even big. 1 2, the risk reward is like 1:1.94. So first you have to wait for the, because the H4 structure is what, an uptrend. Okay, so you can get deceived because mostly the H4 time frame is currently an uptrend, so you have to wait for the H4 candle to close. If the H4 candle close what, below this zone, wait for it to engulf and close below this zone. If it close, so you see how it is getting rejected by the level. Okay, so wait for it to close below. If it close below, then you can take a sell. Okay, you can take a sell because now currently price is struggling to what, break through these zones. So this is not trade zone, so wait for the candle, the body of the candle to close below this one. Okay, you wait for it to close below this one, then you take the continuation, because the entry is going to be on, let's say, the daily time frame, because the daily time frame has made a perfect break and retest. You get it? The daily time frame has made, it has broken out, currently retesting. So what are you expecting? A continuation of the trend. So that's what I'm saying. But one thing is what, the daily candle high. So that's what I'm saying. You have to wait for the candle to close, because if you watch the candle structure, you will notice that what, the daily candle high has been broken. It tells you that the market is trending up. You get it? It tells you the market is trending, really trending. Candle structure is trending up. The high of the candle has been broken. So if you look at the H4 time frame, okay, so the chances that this one is just, but if you look at the H4 candle, the H4 candle trend, structure is also a downtrend, because price has gone to a level where it has broken this one. Okay, it has gone to a level where it has broken this one, and the pattern structure is an uptrend. So patiently wait for the candle to close. That's my advice. Okay, because now daily is what, a downtrend, H4 is what, an uptrend. So you better wait for the H4 candle to shift structure. Okay, to shift structure, then you take a sell. Because if you don't do it like that, if you watch this one, you notice that the body of the candle is closing below, above this zone, and if it has closing above this zone, the chances that it can just make a flip and fill the whole of this zone is very high. So patience is what, patience is golden. You need to wait for the candle to close below this one. Okay, wait for candle to close below. If you wait for the candle to close, you have a clean zone to this side, up to this side. But just that maybe when it comes to your stop loss, unless you move to the lower time frames, for me the stop loss is, it's okay, not bad. Like let's say 1 to 2, maybe you can allow it to run further. But this is the weekly time frame. The chances that when price gets to this side, it will get rejected very quick is very high. So just stay patient. Okay, just stay patient and wait for things to align before you pull the trigger. Wait for things to align. Wait for the 2 hours candle to close, this candle to close. If it's closed, then you can take a sell. Okay, you can take a sell. Then you take a sell. I think you have to do so. The chances that price will close below is very high, because the candle structure has broken below the low. Okay, but it can still flip bullish, but it's all about waiting. Okay, it's all about waiting. No one is pulling a trigger on you to execute something that doesn't align with your trading plan. So just make sure you are waiting for the candle to what, close before. Yeah, so when it comes to gold yesterday broke out from the zone. So let me look at the monthly time frame. So how many people took the buy on gold yesterday? How many people got, those who gold lovers, those who trade gold, how many people took a buy on gold? Why the dollar is losing? The dollar is really losing its strength. The dollar is losing its strength. See how good. So that means Bitcoin too is also rising at this point. Wow, Bitcoin has come back. Bitcoin has come back to what, $100,000. So now if you're having one Bitcoin, if you have one Bitcoin, you have money of 100,000, $105,000. Wow. One Bitcoin, 105,000. So if you have five Bitcoin, you're a millionaire. One Bitcoin. So if you have, so like if you have like five of them, 500,000. Wow. Mostly when it comes to the digital space, the kind of money you'll be seeing, sometimes it feels like it's not real, but it's real because you are used to putting in the hard work to earn money. So sometimes this is the easy money. Sometimes you feel like it is not real. Okay, so let me check out on gold. So moving to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is what? The weekly time frame is an uptrend. Price is currently rejecting on its own. There's no data looking left. Moving to the daily time frame. So with the daily time frame, there was a rejectional level over here. Okay. So if you come to the H4 time frame, we have this rejectional. Price is getting rejected over here. So you see this, the nature of the ongoing H4 candle. You notice that the candle opened with no wick. You get it? The candle opened with no wick, and now it has broken the low too as well. It has broken the low of the previous candle. So the chances that either price is going to get rejected over this key level and just bounce back with that one, we can't tell, or price will just make a flip. Okay, get rate tested on this one like what it did yesterday, and it will continue up. Okay, so you see yesterday price got rate tested on the daily time frame zone, and it bounced back. So here is it. So you see it got rejected on a daily time frame zone, and price decided to move up. So maybe we can get similar thing like this. So if the H4 candle close like this one is no more valid again. Okay, it's no more valid, so price might continue up again. Okay, so this point is the place you are going to either break even or be cautious of your trade. Then you swing it up, because if you swing it up to this side like what it did yesterday, as price broke out, it gave an opportunity, but your stop would have been big, and you take advantage of this buy. Okay, so I'm very sure similar thing can happen today. So if the H4 candle close like this, the chances that price will just give an opportunity if you move to the lower time frame. Yeah, so the lower time frame is also looking good. Looking at the M30, yeah. So before that, you have to wait for the confirmation at the the H4 time frame before you can move to the lower time frames for an entry. Okay, before you move to the lower time frames for an entry. So H4 is currently retesting on this one. Price is currently retesting on this one. So you're expecting a continuation before price will move. So yeah, no trade opportunity so far. So gold is pulling back, because if you move to the weekly time frame, it's an uptrend, daily uptrend, all the time frames are pointing up. So why do you want to go for a sell? I don't know the reason you go for a sell. So something of this sort, just follow the trend by taking a buy. Okay, just follow the trend by taking a buy. Just follow the trend by taking a buy. Just follow the trend by taking a buy. So yeah, so I'll be sending the link. So if you have any question, you can just drop it, bring it up. If you have any question, you can just let me know. Or is anyone in a trade? Is anyone in a trade? Which trade are you in, and why were you taking a buy or sell? So as I said, it is pulling back. So yeah, I will be very glad if it pulls back on this one. Okay, I'll be very glad if it pulls back on this one and what price continue up. So trading is all about it's all about being patient. Sometimes you can go the whole week and you are not going to get a trade, and sometimes you can wait for a whole week and the next week the trade, since you have waited patiently for a very long time, the trade you take, then it will be a loss. It's all part of the game. The trade you take and it will be a loss. You get it? So Charlie, so if you feel like come, let's vibe, come and ask your question. So it shouldn't be something boring. Let me drop the link. I'll drop the link very soon. So that's the nature of trading. That's the nature of trading. So sometimes it becomes very boring. It's all about patience. So the whole of this week, only one trade so far. Yeah, only one trade so far, and it was a good buy. So I remember during the festive season, the market Monday there was like the market was giving an opportunity on all the pairs that I trade, USD CHF, USD CAD, back to back every day. The market that week I never knew what was going on. The market was giving trade opportunities back to back to back. But as some weeks to it's not going to give an opportunity. Some two are not going to give opportunities. So the link will drop very soon. So which trade are you trading this morning? Let me check. Euro card. Euro, is it this pair I usually get Euro AUD? So wow, consolidation. What a consolidation. So card CHF. So the market is not really looking good this week. It's really not looking good. So card JPY. Yeah, so when it comes to card JPY, price is currently retesting on this one. So if you move to the H4 time frame, yeah, so the H4 time frame is trying to break this one. So I think if the H4 time frame flip and close, it's also going to look for good for what a sell. So it looks similar to GBP JPY. Let me check GBP. Yeah, it looks similar to card JPY. Looks similar to GBP JPY for the sell. So Euro USD. Even the volatile pairs are slow. How come Euro USD? Even those volatile pairs are slow. So Euro USD too is also kind of, yeah. So with Euro USD, unless maybe price broke, if it breaks above this one, make a retest, then continuation. I think with that one will look good. If it breaks out from this consolidation and retest, continue down, I think it will look good for, it will look good for a buy. Yeah, so this month, let me check. This month I'm up like 1.4 something percent. Yeah, so it's a good distant progress. So my FX book, because I wasn't rexing big, because last but one trade that I took, with that trade I risked like 0 point something percent. So if I was risking like 1% or 2%, I would have been up like 3% by now. But that last trade I was risking very small. I wasn't risking big. I risked like 0.5, and that trade gave me like 1 to 2 or 1 to 2. It gives me like 2 point something reward for like very big. Yeah, so you see patient pace. I'm not, you see, if you guys have followed, if you have followed me for long, you notice that I don't rush. You get it? I've been calm. That's how you need to. The reason why a lot of people are failing in trading is because you feel like you have to take a trade. That is what is causing your downfall. You are not patient for the right opportunities to come. Can you go the whole week with not taking a trade? Can you do something like that? If you can't do something like that, then you are not there yet. Yeah, so this how it's going. So this week, this month so far plus 1.49. This year, so this year too, I'm in profit of the same distance. Yeah, so imagine, so if maybe you are trading, like you are having let's say $200,000, or maybe let's say you're having $500,000, and you've made 1.49, or you've made 1.5% on it. You've made like $7,500 for the month, which is not bad. You get it? Which is not bad, because with your treasury bills and fixed deposit, how much do they give you for the quarter? Okay, how much do they give you? And I've not traded. I've not traded for because there was opportunities that I was losing or missing. I started trading in the middle of the month. Okay, and I'm up for the month. Very slow and steady. You see the equity curve. The equity curve is straight. Okay, so sometimes you can have a down, but I think the equity curve is looking good. The equity curve is looking good. So it's all about patience. So I learned this in a hard way, not to rush. Yes. So the way I trade, some people might think, oh, this guy doesn't trade. You are losing because you lose a lot because you expose yourself to a lot of people are having, like, they are trading like 600 currency pairs or 600 asset class or instruments. You don't focus on only one, like few particular things. You are everywhere. you expose yourself to many risks. You get it? You expose yourself to, and over leverage too can kill your account. If you trade more often, it can kill your account. Okay, so just focus on only few instruments. Then let's apply your what risk manage risk apply risks. Take high quality trades. Okay, take high quality. Don't feel like, oh, today you've not taken a trade, so you are forcing yourself. That is not how it goes. Trading is all about what looking for the right thing and you execute. Okay, okay, maybe it might be because I focus on the higher time frame. That's why I'm not getting a trade opportunities, or like I'm not trading more often. You get it? That's why maybe I'm not trading more often. But if you, I can bet you, just focus on few. Beginner, it's going to be very hard for you to accept this one. It's okay for you to go by this principle. But for me, I'm used to that. Okay. I'm used to that. So the equity curve, the risk wasn't consistent. I would have been more than. So if you watch this one, you notice that one of them I risk less than, it was 0.5, it wasn't 1.5. The GBP trade, it was I risk like 0.5 because that was my first trade. I think that was my second trade for the month. And before this December, I was really, really losing. Okay, December I lost like the losses I had on December hasn't happened to me before. I was losing back to back to back to back to back. And I even get frustrated and I give myself break. I gave myself a break not to trade again. So I came again after the festive season. So around 15th, that's when I started trading again. Okay. So I lowered my risks. I lowered my risks. I wasn't going in big for the initial stage. You get it? So I could have even been more than that. I would have been like, by now I would have been in profit like 2% or 3%. And yeah, last time, so if I didn't close the trade, I think that trade would have given me like 2%. So by now I would have been up like 3%. Okay, so it's all about slow and steady equity curve. Okay, it's all about slow and steady. Nothing is promising in this market. All this profits can just, this percentage can go. Okay, but risk management is what is going to protect you from the downside. So take it slow and steady. Okay, so I think it is now ready. Uh, so if you have a question, so I'm going to drop the link. You can, if you want to come around and ask your question, you come around and ask your question, then we call it a day. Or if you're in drawdown, you can call me to come and save you. Okay, so I'll drop the link. If anyone is having a question, you can come around. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so USDCHF is pulling back. So you see, as we came, you said the bias is what? You said the bias is a sell. You get it? And it is moving. But this is what consolidation zones. You can't take a positions within these zones. It is choked. Okay? It is choked. So to just so as I said, you have to when it comes to counter trend, you don't know when the market is going to reverse or retreat. So you have to always pay attention and you don't fall in the trap of trading the counter trend. Okay, so let's say maybe if you were saying price is going to move up because of the clean zone over here, you could have been trapped in what a consolidation now. So it's always important to note that. Yeah, so we are waiting for the pullbacks. So USD card to what's the meaning of what equity curve? Yeah, so equity curve is just my like as in my trade. Okay, my trades that I've been taking. The trades that I don't know. So it's very simple. Let's move to Google. What is equity curve? So Investopedia. So an equity curve is a graphical representation of changing in the value of what trading accounts over time period. I hope you are clear with it. An equity curve is a graphical representation of the change in value of your trading account of a time period. An equity curve with a consistently positive slope typically indicate that the trading strategy of the account are profitable, while a negative slope shows that they are generating a negative returns. You get it? So the equity curve is trying to tell you your trade that you've been taking, are they in what? Is it in a steep curve or it is in what? A skewed curve? Mostly it shouldn't be in what? A steep curve. Mostly it's mostly in a steep curve when and the steep curve doesn't it's not having a longevity. You get it? It's having because the moment you have one or two losses, it will just maybe have some turn. It will turn before it will continue up. So that's what you need to understand. Equity curve is mostly not at long run. It is mostly not going to be a steep. So equity curve simply means the trade that you've been taking. That is what it has been represented on what a graph format. Okay, so it's a graphical representation of change in value of what your trading account. Yeah, yeah, Baba, yeah, have you understood it? That is what it means by equity curve. So since it presents okay performance data in a graphic form, providing a quick analysis of so your performance data. Okay, I think this one makes sense. It represents your performance data. Okay, the trades that you've been taking, your losses, your profits, and those things. The performance data of your trading account. That's what it means by equity curve. So yeah, so USD looks like it is moving down. So for me, I don't watch the lower time frame. You get it? I don't watch the lower time frame. So the 5 minutes and those things I don't watch it. It's kind of I focus on the higher time frames. That's what you need to understand. So if a break and retest, I'm looking at the higher time frames. Lower time frames is not for me. Yeah, so I think it's making the U10. GBP USD. So GBP USD also looks like it is moving up. USD card kind of consolidating. So the market is, it's not looking good. Okay, guys, if there's no question, I think tomorrow will look good because the way the daily candles are forming, if it happens, it is going to pull back. Then I think we can get a nice opportunity. So no trade, no reward. That's what you need to understand. No trades, no rewards, no losses. You are still waiting for the market to print. Okay, you need to wait for the market to print something that you have seen it over and over again. Okay, please, how can you manage your trade entering overnight or section you don't want? Please, how can you manage trade from entering overnight or section you don't want? Yeah, so you just have to break even. If you are in profit, you have to break even. If you're in profit, you have to break even. Okay, if you're in loss too, then you need to accept your loss. And if you think the loss is not big, then you can close the position. But if the loss is big, then what you can do best is for you to what accept your loss and allow it to what move in. So Enoch, was the trade in profit or it wasn't in profit? Was the trade in profit? So if the trade is in profit, then you have to break even. Okay, if you think price hasn't gotten to your target and you still have some potential for the trade, then you just have to what allow the trade to get to your target. Okay, you allow the trade to get to your target by break evening. So break even simply means what? Break even simple means if price is over here, break even simply means this is your entry price. If you entered over here, if you entry price, if you entered over here, okay, and now price has moved in your favor. Price has moved in your favor. And price has moved in your favor. You get it? What you have to do is what? As I said, this is your entry price. This is your entry price. And if price has moved in your favor, what you have to do, maybe this point is your stop loss. Maybe you place your stop loss over here. Stop loss. You place your stop loss over here. What you have to do is what? You move this stop loss and you bring it over here. You get it? You move the stop loss and you bring it at that end. So at this point, if the market decides to come down, you don't lose anything, you don't win anything, you just break even. You are not in loss, you are not in profit. I hope you get it. Yeah, so that's what it means by break even. So at this point, this level, your stop loss, you've now moved your stop loss to break even. BE. Okay, you've now moved your stop to break even. You don't lose anything, you didn't gain anything. That's what it means by. So if you're in profit, then you should have done that. Okay, I hope you understood what the illustration I gave. Yeah, so that's what you need to do. you need to break even. Yeah, so USDCHF is moving down, but there was no trade. There was no trade. The zone is choked. The zone is very small. You don't want to take a trade in what's a small range. Okay, so I hope your trading too is going on well. I hope the bootcamp really helped you. I hope the bootcamp really helped. So in times when the market is behaving like this, you need to stay very calm and patient. Other than that, you will lose a lot. You'll be in drawdown. So I'm very calm, waiting for GBP-JPY. Yeah, so GBP-JPY is doing what I said. Yeah, so if the H4 candle close, so the closure of the H4 candle is going to be a nice sell. Okay, it's going to be a nice sell. But either price will pull back. It has broken out, either it will pull back. You wait for the pullback, then you take a sell. So GJ is looking good, but before that, the candle needs to close. Before the candle needs to close, you should get a closure. Should get a closure. So it looks similar like CAD JPY. What it did. Yeah, so CAD JPY is also doing what it did. Yeah, I think CAD JPY even really. Yeah, so CAD JPY. If this candle close bearish, I think the next candle flip is going to look good for a sell. Wow, 90 pips. Crazy. 90 pips. Wow. So CAD JPY is also looking good. The flip of the candle. So this point will be the rejectional level. Wow. So CAD JPY, I'll have a look at it when the H4 candle close. I think CAD JPY really looks good, and even what do you call it, GBP-JPY. So if this candle close around the 10 o'clock, when the 10 o'clock candle close, I'll have a look at CAD JPY. Wow, the H1 is also looking good. Wow. So CAD JPY, if it's close, I'll have a look at CAD JPY and see how it's go. Okay, guys. So the trade idea is CAD JPY. If it's closed bearish, you'll go for a sell. Okay. But you need to wait. You have like 1 hour 25 minutes for the candle to close. If it's closed, then you look for a sell. And GBP-JPY too. CAD JPY, for GBP-JPY and CAD JPY, I would prefer CAD JPY over GBP-JPY, because if you look at CAD JPY, the structure really looks good, and this is the weekly rejectional levels. This is another rejectional level at the weekly time frame. Okay, we have a rejectional level over here. So looking at the weekly, daily, yeah. So you see, we have projectional levels, multiple rejectional level over here at the daily time frame. And if you look at the weekly time frame, the same rejectional level. Wow, card JPY. I'm tempted to. So you see how strong this level. This is weekly rejectional level, daily rejectional, multiple rejectional level. We have another rejectional level over here. See how strong at the daily time frame. See how strong the level is. So what's the chances that price is going to break this level? What's the chances that price is going to break this level? The chances are slim. So the daily time frame trend is what? Price has made, wow. Price has broken, made a retest. What are you expecting? A trend continuation. The daily candle too. So this is similar trade we took the last time on GBP USD, but this one happens. Yeah, a similar trade. Similar trade. So we're having wick fell too over here at the daily time frame. So card JPY, what you have to hope for is what this one is not going to move very fast and fill this one. But the best is wait for this one. So if the H4 candle close, let me see the stop loss. Let's say maybe if it happens, it close like this. Yeah. So maybe 1 to 2. Wow, this one is looking good. I prefer card JPY over. So you see how strong the zone is. So I'm tempted to enter this trade if it's close. So I'll be having a look. I'll have an eye on this on card JPY. I'll keep an eye on this one on card JPY and see how it will go. It's looking good. So we are waiting for the H4 candle to close. Just a nice swing trade on card JPY. It's a nice swing trade on card JPY. Let me check AUDs JPY. So guys, if you are here, keep an eye on card JPY. I prefer card JPY over GBP JPY. The structure, card JPY looks good and GBP JPY. Tell me, what is the chances that this zone is going to break? We have weekly zone. Price is currently broken out, making a retest on this weekly zone. Looking at the daily zone too as well, price is currently retesting. You get it? So card JPY really looks good. Okay, so guys, see you tomorrow. So the trade idea is card JPY. You have to wait for the candle to close. The 10 o'clock closure of the 10 o'clock candle. The opening of the 10 o'clock candle will determine the entry. Okay, so we'll be having a look at card JPY. All right, see you all tomorrow. But GBP JPY too is also looking good for a sell, but I prefer card JPY over GBP. So you see how fast GBP JPY is moving. It has even moved before this thing. So that's the GBP USD. GBP JPY is a volatile pair. It moves very fast. So please, instead of GBP JPY, keep an eye on card JPY. I've not traded it before though. Wow, it's really looking good for a sell. So guys, see you same time tomorrow. Okay, thank you all. Bye.